Hi, sweetie. So I am ready for your ritual. You know what? Now that I think about it, and I apologize, and I'm going to watch it now. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen your chit chat, and I apologize. Sweetie, I have been, you don't imagine, like, since I started working, it has been a rough ride. Like, it's been good, but it's just been a lot. It's been crazy, beyond crazy for me, because we're moving. We're still trying to get a house. We're renting. We're looking to rent, obviously. But we decided to move from here because our lease ends up in February the 28th, this month, pretty much. And we need to get out of this house. So, which I can't believe it's already the 2nd today. Pretty much the 3rd. I'm sorry. Today is the 3rd. Wow, I'm thinking it's the 2nd. It's the 3rd. We have to be out of here by the 28th. Unfortunately, this month has less days. It couldn't be a month, you know, that has more months, more days. It had to be one that had less days. But anyways, so yeah, so it has been so stressful. Like, my job is doing great. I'm doing good there. Thank God. You know, it's a very easy, peaceful job. It's an admin job, so it's really peaceful. You know, I like it. I love it so far. I wish I can get it permanent so I can get the benefits there, because it's just very peaceful. But I don't know, because the company looks like they're not doing so well. Like, they're cutting a lot of budget. They're doing, like, this job that I work in, the company's connected with investment with the stock market. So if the stock market isn't doing well, they're not doing well. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. So I won't know. This project is supposed to end in September, and I start the accounting program next month, God willing. So my goal is to get my bachelor's in accounting as quickly as I can, get it going, and start looking for work in auditing. That way I can make more money, and I want to get in the field that I want to get into. So that's my goal. I would love to stay where I'm at, but I need to go in the direction that I need to go in. So I need to find something in what I want to work in. So I'm open to whatever comes, but so far work is good. The stress has been more the traffic to get to work, coming and going. Going isn't as stressful because it's usually an hour. Some days they're worse than others, but and more stressful than others, but generally speaking, it's about an hour. Coming back home is a pain. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, that's the thing. And then the other thing that's been going on, Kylie has been very ill with an ear infection since the holidays. I think I mentioned that to you in the past. She was very sick with the ear infection from the holidays, and it wouldn't heal. Like, she would get better, and then her asthma got better. Her asthma pretty much is cleared right now. You know, I haven't heard her coughing at all, so she's doing a lot better with that. And this, you know, it's not as cold. Well, it's gotten less colder. You know, there are days that it's cold. It's gotten a little warmer towards the weekend, but so her asthma is doing better. However, her ear infection, her ears were not healing. Like, it was getting like worse, and we would notice her like itching, like her ear would be itching, and we would notice her, you know, with her ear itching. So, you know, I've been so consumed by her and the adoption, and there's been delayed. I've had issues with it's been, December and January have been crazy, sweetie, like, a lot of family drama at the same time. OMG. So I've been like swamped. Like, I get home, I rush, I get a change, I shower, and then after that I try to do the 1 or 2 readings a night plus ritual sometimes, and I try to go to bed early. I need to go to bed. I'm always struggling to get to bed early because of course I need to put Kylie to sleep. My husband helps me with that, or he's the one that usually does it. and I help him as much as I can. I try to finish up as quickly my readings so I can go to sleep early, because I gotta get up at 6 in the morning to go to work, 6:30. So it is crazy fast paced right now for me. So I barely, you probably noticed I don't post anything on Instagram anymore. I don't have time. Like, I literally do not have time anymore to go on none of those things like I used to. And I miss it. I really miss it. I miss YouTube. I miss doing readings on YouTube, like the weekly readings and the forecasts and all that. And I miss Instagram, you know. But, I mean, I can't, there's so much I can do in a day. So, so that. And then, so Kylie's been sick with the ear infection on and off, on and off, on and off. She had her ear tubes placed 2017. So not last year, but the year prior in the fall. She had an operation. She had the ear tubes placed. So she was supposed not to get infections, but this year has been a bad year for her with the infections. 2018, like the fall, and now in the beginning of the year. And so she had that ear infection, and they kept giving her all these different antibiotics, and she didn't want to, she would heal and then it would come back, heal and come back, heal. So it wasn't really, they weren't really attacking the issue. And so finally I said, you know what, I told my husband, we're gonna have to take her to the ENT, because we were taking her to her pediatrician. So that woman is another story. The doctor, her ENT, is horrible, horrible, horrible. Like, she has horrible bedside manner. She's very nasty. She's very arrogant and cocky and, like, oh my god, like, obnoxious. Like, so, what a pain. She's like a teacher in a school here, and so she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips, as they say. So she thinks she's all that, and so she's very arrogant and just horrible. Like, I can't stand her. And she's in the hospital where we take her, Texas Children's Hospital. But unfortunately, I've been trying to switch her to another doctor in the practice, and they keep putting me to her. And I don't want to go to her, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to take her out of that practice altogether and take her somewhere else, because it's horrible for appointments. Like, you cannot get in. It's hard to get an appointment. It's hard to speak to a nurse. Like, it's a pain. So, basically. And so, anyway, to make a long story short, I was able to get her in an appointment with her, and my husband took her, and they had given Kylie 3 days of shots of vaccines, not vaccines, of antibiotics. The other doctor, the pediatrician, was just throwing all these antibiotics at her, but didn't do an ear culture. So her ENT did an ear culture, and sure enough, she had MRSA, in her ear. I don't know if you've heard of it, but that's very delicate stuff. So she had 2 types of bacteria in her ear, and because what I've read about this is that if you start giving all these different and taking all these different antibiotics that's not for the bacteria that you have, you start growing different things. It becomes resistant. It makes the infection worse. So she has been dealing with antibiotics since December, and now in January, and so it's been very hard. You know, Kylie would come to our bed at night and sleep in our bed. She didn't want to sleep in her room, and it was because she was not feeling well. And we thought it was just a phase, you know, that she was going to start coming into her room, but no, she was feeling bad, because now her ear infection is pretty much he's healing. She's doing a lot better, but she's not sleeping anymore. She's sleeping in her room like it should be, and she's sleeping the whole night, which is awesome, because we want to sleep the whole night. So that's what's going on with that. Trying to think, trying to give you all the updates. And so they did the culture on the ENT, and it came up that she had those 2 bacteria. MRSA is very delicate, because if that goes into, God forbid, her blood stream, she would have to be hospitalized. Like, it's a very serious infection that she has. So they gave her 2 antibiotics, one by ear and one by mouth. She has to take one now before going to bed. And her ear drops in her ear. They switched everything. They gave her totally 2 new antibiotics for ear and mouth, and she's doing she was draining stuff from her ear. Like literally she was draining, sweetie. Like, oh my God. I had to cancel all her therapies last week. She goes, she goes speech, she goes to occupational therapy and physical therapy. I had to reschedule, like cancel the whole week. I told the guy, look, cancel the whole week because, yeah, just cancel the whole week because she is not doing well. Because my dad took her and one day and they returned her because she was dripping, her ear was dripping, so they said forget it. Anyways, so but she's doing much better. We started those antibiotics on Wednesday night, Thursday, and so she's doing so much better and she's so much happier and she seems herself again, thank God and the angels. So she got to take those antibiotics for 10 days. And she has to see her ENT again on Monday of next week, the 11th, for a follow-up, just to make sure her ear is cleared and healed and all that. But even, I did find a new ENT, so I'm going to have her see her old ENT just for following up, making sure that that's cleared. And then I'm going to move her to a new ENT practice because I don't like the doctor at all. And she's not accessible. I didn't bring my water. She's not accessible at all. So anyways, that's what's going on with Kylie. So Kylie has been really consuming me and my husband. We've been so worried about her. We haven't been sleeping well. Plus I work now and it's been really busy and stressful and just like crazy right now. But thank God she is doing so much better and her infection's under control. And my husband even called his cousin. His cousin is in Colombia, but he's a pediatrician with a specialty in infectious disease. So he called him right away because we were so worried about this. And he said that she has the right antibiotics. So to take good, so just make sure that we give her the antibiotics every day and we should be good to go. So anyway, so she's doing good. The housing situation has been a nightmare. We just kind of researched around and they've been increasing, I think I told you, they increased the rent by $100, which is unreal, like crazy, like super sick, because it's just not, it shouldn't be that much money for this area that we're living in. But anyway, a lot of people are moving out of here. A lot of the people are moving by the droves, like they're just moving like in groups out of here because you can find a house for that price in a better area, so, or a better house altogether. So anyways, so we're moving for sure. I already gave my notice, all that, and we're moving at the end of the month. I'm just in the process of trying to get a house because it's been so hard. The houses here are flying off the market like you don't have an idea. You see a nice one today and tomorrow it is gone. So it is unreal how fast the houses are moving here, like flies, like they drop like flies. I'm not kidding you. We saw these houses we liked, they were gone like in minutes. So it's been a rough ride. I've been every week, this is my second weekend looking at houses. It's been so exhausting. We've been seeing houses 2 days. I've been seeing them Friday after work and Saturday in the day. And it's exhausting, sweetie. It's just like, oh my God. So I don't have time for anything, like nothing. So that's why I haven't been able to talk, like communicate like before. It's just been busy. And then the adoption is postponed to March 6th. So it's going to be in a month pretty much. And this lawyer, I've had issues with, I don't think I told you this. I tried switching her lawyer, her adoption lawyer, back in December, I think it was, or late November, December, because I wasn't happy with her lawyer, with her adoption lawyer. They had recommended this guy, but he has been horrible, just really bad. And hold on one second. Why is this not uploading? I don't know why it didn't upload. Anyways, I'm trying to upload this reading for another client that I did. Anyways, so I tried to switch attorneys. I found a great lawyer, and she's one of these fast lawyers, and I needed that, right? Well, what ended up happening is that I got a lot of misinformation. I tried to switch the lawyer, and it became a nightmare because his other lawyer said that he had already filed the petition, and so I had to pay him back like $300 if I wanted to switch to another lawyer. So I just said, you know what, leave it as it is. I don't have $300. I don't have that money to be throwing in the garbage. So I just ended up staying with him. But he has been really bad. Like, I don't like him at all. Another one with communication issues. It's just been really bad. So that's what's been going on, sweetie, with that. So I've been having that drama as well. And I know that happened. I kind of switched attorneys right around Mercury retrograde of December. So I think that was a wrong move of mine to do. I shouldn't have, because of the astrology transits. And I did, and it ended up becoming a nightmare. Like, trying to straighten it out. So thank God it all got straightened out, and I'm still with the other lawyer. So it's in March 6th is when we're going to do the adoption. So we ended up signing papers for her adoption Thursday night. So that was I was rushing for that. So between her adoption, my job, like housing, rental, family drama, me and my husband go to bed exhausted. So anyways, that's what's going on with me. So right now we put the application in for 3 houses that we're interested in. We're just waiting to hear back. We heard back from one of them today, and it looks like they're interested in moving forward, which is one of my favorite ones that I like. I love that house. It's a 3-bedroom house. I have a 4-bedroom right now, but this house is bigger than this house, ironically. It just has the space in other areas. And it is 1 story, which I love. I prefer 1 story over 2. In rental, if I was going to live there, it would be different, but in the rental, it is, yeah. So that's what's going on with that. So that's the beauty. And it has tile. It doesn't have no carpet. It is so beautiful. I just love it. The only thing, I wish it was in a better neighborhood. It's not in a bad neighborhood, but I wish it was more towards my mom's house. And it's still kind of close to where I live, but it's more going towards, it's a little further going towards like the highway. But I mean, it's a great price. It's right in the budget that we were looking at, and below budget. My budget was $1,600 a month, and it's $1,500, which is not bad at all. So I am very excited about that. So hopefully we'll hear something further about the other houses sometime this week that we're going to get into. But my realtor told me today that we did hear back from that house, and they're interested. So they're going to start pulling our credits and they're going to verify employment, and they're going to verify rental history, and yeah, so that is what's going on with that. So yeah. So anyways, I hope that you're doing great. I'm gonna watch your video tonight. I keep, it's just been so busy, sweetie, and I apologize for not watching it. I mean, like I said, I've been so worried about Kylie, and it's been so hectic, and it's just been bad all around. So with it, so it's just been overwhelming with everything. Too much going on. It's just way too much going on. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna let you go. So I will keep you posted on the housing situation. Regarding my doctor endoscopy, I haven't heard anything yet. I keep messaging them, and I can't make phone calls. Like, I only could make them at a certain time. I'm going to try calling tomorrow to see if they did get, like, a copy of it. I'm going to message them tomorrow to see. But, yeah, it's been crazy. So, anyhow, sweetie, I'm going to let you go. I will talk to you in a little bit. Big hugs, and I will see you very soon here. Hold on.